Just days after that leaders' meeting in Washington,
We're going to be friends with Canada.
the Liberal government's point person on trade is predicting movement on tariffs soon.
The president is coming to Kananaskis, Alberta for the G7 summit in the middle of June. We hope to make some progress before then.
Dominic LeBlanc says negotiations will intensify after Trump gets back from his Middle East trip later this week.
My hope is that very quickly upon their return, we can sit down and map out a short-term work plan that'll lead to the lifting of some, ultimately all of these tariffs.
Just who will be at the table for Canada is still unclear, with the Prime Minister working to craft a new cabinet to be revealed Tuesday, one that will be focused on confronting the tariff threat. Prime Minister Mark Carney has been coy about who will do that work, batting away questions about whether Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne will stay on in that role.
Did he ask you to ask that question? Now we know your sources. Yeah. We will look. I committed to an efficient cabinet, a focused cabinet.
Sources say there will be new faces on the front bench as the former central banker puts his stamp on government.
I think this is about Carney.
This political watcher says Carney will be heavily involved in the most pressing political files.
I think that the focus is really on him as opposed to who his ministers are.
The Liberals are just 2 seats shy of a majority government, which means Carney will have to rely on at least one opposition party to get anything through Parliament. The NDP's interim leader says he may be willing to deliver some votes.
We're going to work constructively and see what we can arrange.
The Conservatives could also lend the Liberals a hand, at least on some legislation. The party's interim leader, Andrew Scheer, tells me he's willing to put partisanship aside and help Carney get a deal with Trump.
And JP, we're getting some indication about the shape of Carney's cabinet.
Yeah, there'll be some familiar faces. Carney did not have a lot of time to recruit many of his own candidates, but the cabinet will be a lot smaller than it was under Justin Trudeau, and sources say not all ministers will have the same stature. There'll be some senior ones and then ministers of state who are expected to have less power and influence. Carney is keeping one feature of the last ministry, though. There will be gender parity around the cabinet table. Ian?
JP Tasker in Ottawa.